Okay, today we are going to work on a rolled paper heart project. I'm using just an old dictionary and I'm pulling some pages out of it. I like to just pull the pages out that only have words. I kind of like to save the pages that have pictures on them. And this is a really cool old dictionary, and so it's got some neat old things in here. So anyway, that's what I do first. I just kind of pull some pages out of an old dictionary. Okay, now I'm going to Mod Podge my surface, or just put whatever kind of decoupage. Put Mod Podge or this Americana decoupage on it, whatever you want. And then I already have some long strips of magazine pictures and an old book and some dictionary pages already cut into strips here. And so I'm just going to randomly put those on. Just different colors. These are just words from a little old children's book. Whatever I like, whatever colors I like, I'm just going to put them on there. And then I just leave that, I'll cut that off later, the top part. I have an old, or a map, I've got a really cool old National Geographic Atlas of the World at a garage sale for $2.50 last summer. So I'm going to rip up some of those pages here and move on. You can put words on if you want. Whatever you feel like, so you get the idea of that. I'll be back after that's dry. Now we are going to put the gesso on top of this. It's all Mod Podged down, glued down. It's fairly dry. I have a whole bunch of different scraps of paper, pieces from magazines, just ripped up and put on there. Maps, whatever. So I'm going to put the gesso on there and mix it with a little bit of water because I just want a whitewash on there. I want those colors to kind of show through. I'm also going to put some other colors on top of it, but not all over the place. See how they just kind of show through there? So we're going to put our white gesso on. Yep, I like that. Looks good. I'm going to dry it, so stop recording. Right, it's sort of dry, so now I'm going to put some colors down on this little plate and then decide what I want to put into stripes. I want to put this pool. Oops, thought this was open. I keep seeing other colors I want to put on this. I like this pool a lot. I think I'm going to do that around the edges. just a little bit of that, put it around the edges so that those aren't just plain white. So my edges are done. I like that color. It's pool. Oh, Adirondack pool. I don't know if you can see it, but there you go. That'll look good. I'm going to put some Artist's Loft red ochre on there. I'm going to put a little bit of this Americana acrylic paint, cadmium orange, and some Adirondack lettuce. Ooh, this needs to be shaken up. Alright. Okay. So there's my, let me move that so you can see it, colors on that plate. Now I'm going to take a little brush and start just kind of going over this a little bit. Wash it off. Put in a little bit of this green. A little bit of this orange. I have an orange underneath there. From a book. Just there. Anyway, here. I'm going to have a heart on this, so I'm not going to put a whole ton in the middle because it's going to get covered up. And then a little bit of this pink here and there. Okay. Now I'm going to take a little cap to one of my dabbers and just dab it around here and there. Wash it off. Okay, now we're going to get going on the rolled paper and the Mod Podge. So you take the dictionary paper and you just tear it into squares, long rectangles. And then you're going to get a couple small brushes, and you're going to start to roll it. And then put a little Mod Podge. This is just how I do it. You can do it however you want. On this. And roll it all the way up. Take it off. There's one rolled piece. Roll it again. Tight around there. A little bit of glue. Keep it tight. Podge. Twist it around. The glue comes out, so it kind of keeps it sticky around the whole thing. It's a little hard to do backwards, so you can see. And then you end up with a whole bunch of random sizes of rolled paper. Okay, so that's how you do that. I'll be back. I also like to drag my paper into paint just to give it a little bit of color. And if I'm not using magazine paper, you just put it along the sides, just dunk it in that. I mean, it gets a little messy. Your hands get messy, that's for sure, but it looks cool, gives it some color. Gives whatever it is you're making on your canvas some color. So, just an idea. If you want to put a little bit of color on there, you can. I've put some in blue, I've put some in this red ochre in there. So I'll put those in my heart, incorporate those in my heart. So I just want to show you how I did that heart. Alright, so I've got the rolled paper arranged here. Now I'm just going to, I've got my Mod Podge or glue or decoupage, whatever you want to use, in a little, it's just for baking. Like you can squirt chocolate out of it or use it for a ketchup bottle. Anyway, I found it in the wedding baking cake section of Michael's, and I absolutely love it and keep my Mod Podge in it. So anyway, just pour it in between each of those and kind of spread it around a little bit. Make sure everything is going to stick, and I like it when the glue kind of hardens on the top. That way you can color on it if you want to, use some markers on it if you want to. I just like the way it feels and looks and reacts to different materials and paints and markers when it's done. So that's what I do. I'm going to try and work that down there. Might have to roll them apart a little bit just to get the glue down there. Okay, so there you go. I'll be back when this dries, and I'm ready to put markers and paint stuff on it. Okay, so I've got all the rolled, I've got it all glued, and it's fairly dry. I mean, it's kind of wet underneath, but it's fine. I use this chicken wire stamp to kind of give it a little bit more background interest, some texture back there. I forgot to do that underneath the heart. You can use whatever stamp you like. And then I just use Stays On and ink. And a little bit of my stamp there. Put it on. So, gives it a little bit of background texture. I'm gonna outline the heart a little bit. Just kind of make it look like you're sketching. Looks a little bit better if it looks kind of not perfect. And then I'm going to throw on some blue to bring out the blues in there. And then I'm going to use some pattern paper and then write love yourself on it, and I'll be right back when I have that done and cut out. Alright, I decided it needs some white, so I got out my little heart stamp made out of a flip-flop, and I kind of stamped on some of the texture on that's on the back. Then I used this Adirondack Lights acrylic paint dabber snow cap. I put that on here, and now I'm just using some gesso on this, on a cap of that same dauber. I'm just kind of putting that where I think I need some more white. So happy with that white. Get the gesso off this little cap, put it back on. See, I'm trying to wipe it off. Get it off of there. So I have written "Be Happy" on some pattern paper instead of "Love Yourself" or whatever I was going to write. I don't remember. So I'm going to cut this out real quick. Put it on here with the Mod Podge. And then it may or may not be done depending on what I think of it. I have some burlap. I'm kind of thinking about putting that on there. Let's see. Let's Mod Podge this down. Put a little bit underneath B. Brush on here. Ooh, boy. Oh, come on. So there, we've got the bee on there. I like how the pattern paper just fits, goes right into the rolled paper. Just conforms, that's what I'm looking for, right? Conforms right to the rolls. Be happy. You can control your happy. Don't let anybody else's reactions or words make you unhappy. You be happy. Alright, so now do I want to put that burlap on there? I don't want it underneath. This needs something else. I just can't decide what it is. I think these need to be smaller maybe. And I think I need to make them a different color. I want them to have this ochre on them, red ochre on them. I hope I'm saying that ochre right. I didn't know if I am or not. Alright, kind of like that little rusticy looking, so I'm going to kind of leave it like that. Alright, I'll dry this and then we'll see if we're done. Alright, I've gotten out some K & Company butterflies and I'm trying to decide which one I want on here. I know it's upside down to use, so I'm going to turn it that way. And let's see. I really like this one. I like it there. Be happy. Whoops, sorry. Be happy. There it is. It's all done.